Albert R. Broccoli's Eon Productions and DJ Dan Recording present George Lazenby as James Bond 007, with Daniel Saletti as 007 in On the President's Secret Service by Daniel Saletti. Read to you by the author. Based upon the James Bond 007 franchise created by Ian Fleming and Albert R. Broccoli. Music by John Barry. Title song by the Ian Rich Orchestra. To America. May God bless you. Chapter 1. Back in the Swing of Things. Confirmed. Absolutely, Mr. President. Thank you, sir. M slammed down the phone and went to his door. Opening it, he called out to Miss Moneypenny at her desk. Miss Moneypenny, any word from 007 or 00 Saletti? Yes, sir. James just called. He said he was in hot pursuit. In another part of England, in a hotel getaway, James Bond 007 was having a game of tag with a recently made friend of the female gender. He tried to grab her and finally grabbed her arm. Now, James, you wouldn't hurt a girl with glasses now, would you? It depends on if you can see clearly enough with them. Bond took the glasses off. Tell me, do you see a devilishly handsome gentleman before you? The woman smiled, nodded, and then laughed. 00 Saletti was in another part of the room and was looking at a picture. It was a picture of Danielle, 00 Saletti's fiancée, who was brutally shot down as he got down on one knee. He felt a tear drop down from his eye, flow down to the picture, and wiped it away. Bond walked into 00 Saletti's section of the room and sat down next to him. I know it's hard. Believe me, I know. That feeling of losing someone you've loved so much. I guess you're right. Why should I be complaining? You lost her right after you... Bond looked away, and then started to tear up. Sorry, James. Sorry to you too, Daniel. 00 Saletti walked into the room's kitchenette and quickly spruced up a couple drinks. He brought out a glass of white milk and a martini, shaken not stirred. The two drank and talked about the ones they missed. As much as Bond wanted to stop the conversation, 00 Saletti could not. He soon came to an idea. James, I want to find the killer. I want to know more about who killed her. If we have to go across England, the United States, or the world, we will. What do you say? This is unlike you, Daniel. I can tell that, even from the few years I have known you, this is not your way. Daniel, this could possibly be a very hard mission. Also, I necessarily don't want to go rogue again. Always remember, the world is not enough. 00 Saletti raised his head. First of all, who says we have to go rogue? Second, you went rogue? Bond lowered his head and shook it, mouthing the word later. The spies soon finished their drinks, and 00 Saletti went to his bedroom and brought out a roll of paper. Passing by to his room, Bond poked his head in and saw what 00 Saletti was preparing to do. Soon, 00 Saletti and 007 got to work on making a plan to show their boss, M, the head of MI6 at Universal Exports. Oh, James, would you please stop working? To take a break, the woman said, leaning her body in the door. The woman was wearing a robe and started to undo it. 00 Saletti quickly and sharply covered his eyes. Bond let her continue to a point, and then rushed her to stop. Perhaps we could take a small break, Daniel. Come, darling. I'll fully cover you up in a moment. Bond put his arm around the woman and went over to his bedroom. All of a sudden, large bangs came through the window. They were gunshots. 00 Saletti took cover immediately and took out his Walther PPK from his pocket. Bond looked over to see the commotion and then practically threw the woman into his bedroom and locked the door. 00 Saletti tried to get a look at who could be shooting at them, but failed to see. Bond soon came over and got down to where 00 Saletti was hiding and pulled out his Walther as well. Soon the bullets were blazing at the spies at rapid fire, and they knew that their small pistols would not be able to go up against whatever was firing at them. 00 Saletti then got up and dashed to his coat closet. He took out a small revolver. It looked almost like a model. He cocked the weapon, and the weapon started firing bullet after bullet, like a machine gun. Soon the mysterious sniper retreated. Bond looked up at 00 Sleddy in surprising confusion. "Where and what was that?" he said. "It's a disguised machine gun. I got it from Q." Bond nodded and chuckled, but was feeling a little worried if this was a sign that 00 Sleddy was going a little overboard about the hunt for Danielle's killer.